Welcome, everybody. How are we doing today? I am your host, Fred Packard. Welcome to another episode 2 of our campaign that we have not named just yet, and I promise you we will get there. I want to give a quick little introduction. We have Josh. Start with you. Introduce yourself and your character.
My name is Josh Valier, and I am a blood hunter. My character's name is Lokilani, Ocean Reaper, and he is a member of a particular clan, the Madrove clan here in this island continent, and he's seen basically all of his other people be almost wiped out. So he's in a cruel state.
I'm excited to see how cruel this can get. Next to you, I have Lox. Mr.
Hello,
Mr. Terry Mayo. How are you doing today?
Good to see you again. Yeah. So I'm here, and I'll be playing as Lox again. My little 2-foot tall grung hero, mysterious, shrouded in mystery, tiny little frog with a huge
Perfect. I'm excited to see if we can break your heart. On to Miss Carla. How are you doing today, Carla?
I'm doing great. I'm Carla. I am playing Danan, and I'm unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Okay.
a little sporadic
Yeah.
at times, but definitely unbreakable.
Oh, she is sporadic. I'm playing Eladrin. She's a wild magic sorcerer, but it's more like homebrew kind of.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is the first character created concept that we've played with. That we were just like your own class, so it's kind of cool. And then right below you is a man shrouded in mystery. Sometimes he looks like a floating severed head because he wears black on a black screen. But we have Mr. Rick Tastic. Why don't you introduce yourself, Rick?
My name is Rick, and I am playing a dwarf paladin named Brolital Strongheart. So he's a dwarf. On the young side at 42 years old, but wise beyond his years. Struck out on adventure to right a wrong in his past.
I'm excited to dive into those wrongs. Yes, sir. And right below you, a man who needs no introduction, the very, very, very famous, charismatic individual, the Barnacle.
He needs no introduction because we have no introduction made for him.
The Barnacle.
My name's Barney. I'm playing Ukalo. His name's Cal, or he goes by Cal. He's a half elf ranger. I'm excited to buff out the ranger class, see what that can do. Maybe cross class into a bard. We'll see. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this leads. Ukalo's a little cursed, more than just a little bit, but that hasn't come to fruition yet. So that is, on the books. So
we shall see.
I'm excited for the cross classing. I hadn't even thought about that.
That was probably not till later.
Yeah, I'm fine with multi-classing. So just kind of give you guys, I think it would be remiss if we didn't mention everything that's going on in the world right now. I think it's important to acknowledge, everything happening in society before we get started. So I just want to say that my thoughts and prayers are with everybody that, that is trying to have their voice heard. I think it's very important. We stand with the Black Lives Matters movement. I think I can speak for a majority of us with that, if not all of us, hopefully all of us. But I think it's a very strong movement, and our thoughts and prayers are with everybody that has been silenced and hasn't been heard for too long. If anybody else has anything they want to say, feel free to.
Go donate to ACLU or a somewhere that will make a difference.
And for absolutely donations. Make sure you donate to a place that's credible, that deserves not only your money, but that you know that your money is going to a good cause and actually being used for the right things. And then everybody that has been affected in regards to the riots, in regards to everything that's been happening in the world. I hope everybody stays safe, and again, we're praying for you as well. But with that being said,
if you want to have a direct impact with your donations, donate to the small businesses who have been looted and put out of business by this nonsense.
So I will say that we definitely stand with the movement. We stand with everybody that's trying to have their voices heard. But we want to see a peaceful solution, and also we would like to see the obviously violence just begets violence. But with that being said, guys, this show is meant to get you away from all the troubles in the world, and meant to essentially get your mind off everything. So hopefully we do a good enough job, bring you some joy, bring you some happiness in this time of need. Quarantine, riots, and everything happening. Buckle up. You're in for a good adventure. Hopefully we don't disappoint. But with that being said, let's get started. We're going to recap our last episode. So last episode, our weary group of adventurers were all blindfolded and brought to essentially a dungeon where they escaped, where Danan kind of had a moment where she couldn't control her powers, opened all of the doors, all the cell doors, and a battle ensued. The group banded together to sneak out of the dungeon, and they worked their way down through the city at night, and then they found a tavern that our friend Joshua over here, I can't think, Ocean Breaker, is that Reaper? Ocean Reaper.
Ocean
Loki
Reaper.
Ocean Reaper.
Reaper.
He happens to know the bartender. So he grew up in this area. He's familiar with this area, and he led our group to a tavern where he believes he can seek refuge. And that is where we left off. Everybody battered, tired, injured, exhausted, have gathered around a table, and they are in the middle of a tavern. And that is where we left off. So this is where we will start our adventure, guys. And I'm moving you to your tavern. So here we go. So you guys just got your food. Mary just came in, and she brought you your food, your drinks that you ordered. And she is right here. And you guys are just sitting down. So I will hand over our table to you, and let you guys dive in.
Hey, Lux, come sit down.
Sorry, Locks had his microphone off.
Happens to the best of us.
What can I do for you, dwarf?
Where do you come from?
I'm surprised you haven't heard before. I've heard this story quite a few times. I come from the island of Orn in the Forgotten Realms, close to the city of hell, I can't remember the name. The Forbidden City. But that's been quite a while now. I've been down in the swamps with the Yugan clan for months now.
How do you like it?
Well, I can't complain. Treat me better than any other Grung has.
Why?
Well, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I don't quite fit in much of anywhere. With my gray skin.
Is that not common?
Not among Grung, no. No, by the time you reach adulthood, you should have your colors. Mine never developed.
So all of your young are white?
They come out like me, like mud skin.
Mud skinish?
So does anybody know why we were put in the city dungeon?
No.
And why not another dungeon?
Well, we're in the middle of the shit, right? This is basically enemy territory. The 5 clans are spread across the island or nation, correct? So, assuming the one god zealots have come to occupy, we're not in the best spot, if you catch my drift. And I noticed, Loki, that you knew someone here. Are you sure that's safe?
I am not sure, actually. This could be very bad, but it is the best that we have right now. I mean, I don't know about you, but right now, I don't think it's safe to go out there.
I would also say it's not the safest to assume that any of these clans will have our backs.
Well, I can't say that I trust this man full-heartedly, but I trust him enough to keep us safe for the night.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I'm going to go sack out. I'll see you upstairs. I paid my silver. Actually, it was free, if I do recall. I'll see you later.
Dwarf, did you
I'm going to start heading towards the upstairs.
did you happen to hear the name of your kin over there?
No, I think I passed out earlier. And you guys were talking.
And yours
What was the name?
sounded like Stoneheart.
Strongheart?
Strongheart?
My name is Brolathor Strongheart.
Wait a minute. Is this character development? I'm back.
Oh, so dumb.
Okay, I guess we determined that you're the
You're the
Deadpool of the group.
There
He is the power of the fourth wall.
Also, Fourth Wall is a great power. One of the best.
Mhm.
Give me some more of that character development.
So at this time,
That's
at this
awesome.
time, Mary, who's the barmaid, who's right here, if you guys can see that, she kind of leans over. Well, yeah, that's he goes by Strongheart. He's been here for quite some time, really. He's been here for a few months. He's just been kind of camping out. He's been here literally every night, just drinking.
Does he have a
He
room?
does have a room here.
And he's been paying steadily?
Yes, in fact, he's been tipping quite nicely, which I noticed your friend who stood up and walked away did not.
I'm right here, miss.
You know, well, I hope you enjoy the free booze and the free night stay, and cheerio.
DM, real quick, is she also a dwarf?
Yeah, she's a shorter. I would say she's more of a. She's not a dwarf. Excuse me. She is a little person. She's more like a. What do you call it? I can't think of it. Halfling. Yes,
Halfling?
halfling. She's
She's
a little person. Yeah, she is a
hobbit.
halfling.
Indeed.
Nope, you can't say hobbit.
She's not a hobbit. She's not a hobbit. We are not getting sued. No, I'm just
Oh,
joking.
shit, that's
She
right.
is a halfling. Yes.
Thank you, Master of Fourth
Yes.
Walls.
She kind of puts down the rest, and she actually gives you each. She tosses you each a sack, and it's
Sack of
well. I'll
what?
let you examine in a second. They're each like little black sacks. They kind of look like this. In fact, they are this. So she tosses these, gives you guys each a picture of your booze, and she puts some bread on the table. I'll be back. I'm gonna go check on some stuff downstairs. If you need anything, just holler.
What does in these
She
bags?
takes off.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
What's in the sack?
I'm going
Yeah,
to.
we're all
So you
quite
open
curious.
up the sack,
Yeah.
and it's some dice. So it is some D6, and about 6 of them.
Oh.
And
lovely.
I'm going to have actually Because you come from the Forgotten Realms, I'm going to have Lox. Can you make a history check?
Natural 20 plus
Oh
whatever.
boy!
Hey!
So you recognize that these are dice that you would normally use for Baldur's Bones. From your travels, you've heard and seen various people using the dice for the game of Baldur's Bones.
Oh, I recognize these. Has anyone ever played the game of Baldur's Bones?
No.
I
say
think
I
I've heard of
have.
it.
So the way
It's 6 dice? 6d6s?
so it is essentially, think of it as you have 66s, but that's what you have, but you don't have to use that many. So you roll, and then it was 21 is a bust. So if you go over 21, you bust,
Okay.
and you can keep going or you can stop. It's essentially blackjack
rules.
with dice. So if you want, you can play, or you don't have to.
Huh.
Do we still have food on the
There's
table?
some bread, and it's warm, and then there's some butter, and then there's also some water, and then your guys, your beers as well.
Did she ever
eating.
bring me lots of water?
There is a pot of water. Yes,
It's my
It's a
size,
very
right?
large-
Like 2 foot.
pot of water that is beside you. Yes, when she brought everything out, she
Alright.
she was pulling it with all of her might, and then she inched it inch by inch. Right,
It was also her size because she's a
it took her a
halfling.
lot of strength to do so.
All right. So while you're doing whatever, I'm just going to be in the background stripping all my clothes off and getting in the water.
Right in front of everybody.
Just, yeah. Quietly.
By the table so that way you can play.
Do you jump into the water, or do you just like? Doot, doot?
I'm dipping in like it's a hot tub. Like,
Perfect.
Question. What happens to that water? Does it become poisonous?
I would assume so. Don't drink it.
Or is it tasty?
What
It's-
happens if you?
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
oh, it's worth it. It's
Ooh,
worth it.
I believe you.
It cures whatever ails you.
I believe you.
You
What ails you, Master Dwarf?
so you hear Loki in the corner of the room. That's not too far off, but about 2 tables over. The dwarf gentleman, he slams down a beer, and he has a second beer next to him, and he starts sipping it. He just kind of is eyeing your table. Specifically, he's looking at Strongheart.
I don't know if you noticed, but it appears that your kin has been staring at us, specifically you.
Oh, well, we should bring him over.
Maybe he
I mean,
finds he's
do you
a
know
game
who
of
he
Baldur's
is?
Can I-
Sons.
I mean, if he's a strong heart, he's a strong heart. I don't know what else to tell you.
Maybe
he
some
like
actual
dice?
information about Strongheart.
Perfect question. What would you like to know? Our clan is, our family is one that goes back generations and generations. We've been known for our strength and our valor for hundreds and hundreds of years. I mean, thousands.
Are you part of the O'Night clan?
Yes.
Thus, he is too. What would bring both of you out here?
Who is?
Well, I can tell you that jail cell was where I ended up out here. And then the cart was the in-between, but I don't know.
Where did
Before that.
the Empire pick you up?
So at this moment,
It's a great question.
The dwarf,
You were
dwarf
drunk.
stands up, and he kind of a little drunkenly, Brawl?
Yes!
Is that?
Come
He
over
kinda
here.
grabs his drink. He kind of is pulling his beard, and he walks over, And he, we're gonna just use theater of the mind, guys, because we don't have to keep referring to this. But he moves over to the table, and he's kind of sitting. Lox is on his left, and he's sitting essentially across the table from you, Brawl. And he goes, "Where have you been?"
A little there, a little here. I've been looking
Well,
for
I
someone.
think we might be both looking for the same person. Are you,
Oh, do
Bellerin?
tell.
Are you looking for Bellerin?
Yes.
This is one of the most awkward conversations that I've ever been
Well,
present
you don't-
to.
Believe they're both drunk.
Do you say that out loud?
I did.
Listen, I didn't think I would find the brother of the man I was looking for here. Why aren't you with your father?
I did not think I would find myself here either, to be quite honest
Why aren't
with
you
you.
with your father? He needs you more than ever at this moment.
Father is being father at the moment. He is in his room a lot. It doesn't come out much.
I mean, he's always been more reserved, but I mean, with everything happening, he can't have both of his sons missing. What if something were to happen to him?
Yes, what if? Trust me, I thought about that for a long time before I left.
Have you heard anything where your brother and Bang have gone to?
I have not. I've, like I said, I've just been wandering around trying to see where he could have gone, who might have seen him.
This won't do. You must return. You must return if anything were to happen. This is quite foolish of you to be here.
I can't return, not until I've found my brother.
Hey, Brawlethel, who is this guy?
I'm
DM, that's a great
so-
question.
Maybe do a check.
so you kind of recognize his face, but he looks really kind of like scraggly. He's not related to you, but you know that he works for your father somehow. You don't know him that well.
Same last
Same
name.
last name. So the clan name is Strongheart. So that is you would be like the O'Brien clan or the Orion clan or whatever it might be. It is the Strongheart clan. So you adopt the name of
So it's like a sub clan. There's sub
the
clans
Omen
in
clan,
this.
yeah.
Oh, that's new information. I like that.
So this is somebody who adopted the name of Strongheart. One of the
Ocean
one
Reaper
of
clan.
the many clans in the Onite nation, if you will. He kind of leans over. Well, I'm Samson. You don't probably remember me. I've seldom had the opportunity to speak with you, but your father sent me to go look for his eldest son, and Bang. Bang's always been a bad influence, but hopefully we can find him and return him. I don't know why he should have left his father's side, let alone you, though. I mean, you are the oldest.
So, you're telling me that you were tasked with searching for my brother, and I just found you drunk in a bar. That it sounds like you've been here
He kind
for
of like
several
stands up
weeks.
straightforward. He's like in like almost like a tent hut. Like, well, let me explain. So I heard rumors that your brother was coming to this town. I had a there was a message that I intercepted. It was coming from Sedan. That he was heading this way for I don't know what purposes, but he was coming this way, sir. So I was doing my duties.
Okay.
Why don't we go back to your family? Why don't we go back and let's return you, and then I'll continue my search.
I'm just fine where I am, but if you do return home, you can bring news to my father that I am doing great. If he even sees you.
He's gonna want some token to. I mean, are you sure you want me? You don't want me to continue on looking for your brother? I'll help. It's not a problem.
I think you've done enough for now.
Is there any token that you can grant me with that I can give to your father to let him know that I did speak with his son?
Nope.
He will.
Perhaps a gamble
You know
for
how
it.
your father is. If I just return empty-handed.
Yeah. I know he did. He won't see you, and any news that you bring of me won't matter.
Wow.
Your dad sounds like kind of an ass.
Can I?
He's actually a phenomenal person. But he definitely has a favorite.
Well, I don't want to. I mean, but with that being said, sir, do you care if I leave in the morning?
Yeah. One more night of drinking isn't gonna kill you.
All right. Do you mind if I sit?
I dropped all
Absolutely.
of my dice
He
awkwardly.
sits down. He looks at you. Oh, a little Baldur's Bones human? Hmm?
I have not played before, so I don't know what to do with these.
Well, the rules are quite simple. You take your die, and you roll it 3 times. And he rolls 11. And then you can either keep going, and if you go over 21, you bust. Or you can stop and hold if you think you have a good enough hand. And then we go in a circle, one at a time.
Is this a gambling
Oh,
game?
quite so. He takes a silver, puts it in the middle of the table.
I don't have any coin to really gamble
Well,
with.
What do you have to gamble with?
Gambling.
Let me see. I might have something. How about the rest of you? Do you have any coin?
I'll throw in a silver.
So is this heads up? Frogman.
I'll call.
And the name's Locks. Smart.
No harm, Locks. It's been quite a minute since I've actually had a chance to indulge myself.
I'll flip a coin into the middle of the table.
There you go there.
Same.
Come on, princess, throw a silver in there. Join us along, yeah?
I'm basically just passing out. Like my head is just popping. Oh, I think I'm gonna go sit down on that table and just gonna close my eyes for a little bit. I'm really tired. If that's okay with you.
You should have.
We have
beer.
a room. We have a room. You could just go to the room.
No,
And-
it's okay.
Yeah.
Please,
I mean,
by all
no.
means.
I'm gonna stay here with you guys. I'm kind of scared. So if it's okay, I'm just knowing that you're here in the same room. It's gonna be okay, and I think that I will be able to sleep a little bit, if that's okay.
We'll just try to keep the noise down.
Thank you.
What's got you scared, madam? If you don't mind me asking, says Samson.
I mind.
Hmm.
That's private.
Well,
And then gonna go and just go sit in this.
fair enough. He kind of like
Corner.
looks across the table. You, bro. Tough crowd, huh? Well, let's begin. And he rolls 14 to start. And then he looks at to his left. Loki, are you playing, Loki? Or whatever your name is. Sorry, you never told me.
You look like a Loki.
What would you take for a few arrows?
Oh, do you have any poison arrows?
No, I do
Hey,
not.
hey, hand your arrows over here.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, now you do there, boy.
Did we just dip it into the bathwater?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's quite convenient. I'd say 4.
4 for the
Yeah.
buy-in. All right. I
Alright,
shall play.
rolled a excuse me, I rolled a 14. What did you roll?
A 15.
And then we'll go next to sorry, what's your name, Mr. Ponytail Man?
Wait, I have a ponytail.
No,
Is that me?
your name's Loki. I'm talking about the other guy with the ponytail.
Did I say my
He
name?
said your name. You look like a Loki, he said.
Oh, dang.
Are you talking about the
Talking
dwarf?
about you.
We all have
definitely don't
ponytails.
You all have a ponytail.
We all have ponytails.
class.
I grab his beard. Listen here, dwarf. I don't have time to get into it. I'm just gonna roll.
Okay. Roll 3 die.
4, 2, 1,
Okay.
7.
7 for you. And then how about you what's your name, Poison Man?
Told you once it was
that's right,
Locks.
Locks.
It's not that hard to
You know,
remember.
I saw a tribe of Grung on my way over here. Didn't look like you, but they were Grung, and they were heading somewhere in a hurry. Would you know anything about that?
As far as I knew, I was the only growing on these islands.
Well, this is awkward. You're not.
Well, maybe I can give you my map and you can mark where you saw them.
Sure thing. Do you have a map on you?
Well, I'm naked and in some water, so probably
Fair
not.
enough. But you had your dice, so do you mind rolling?
8, 5, 9, 12. What did you get? 14?
I got to 14, 18, but this weird-eyed, red-eyed man over here, Loki, has. Why are your eyes so bloodshot, man? Do you need rest?
Why is this dwarf grilling us? Who
I'm a-
are you?
So, one thing that you know, Brawl, is like Stronghearts are very straightforward from most of the culture, whereas you are a little bit different in regards to the things, your interests, and some of that carries over, some of it doesn't. But most of the Stronghearts are very blunt. But yeah, so
I maxed out at a 15.
15 then. Well, then I have a 14. I will roll again. Ooh, 4. It's 18. Do I want to stay or? Well, it would take, it's a 50-50 chance. 18.
I say do it.
50-50 chance. I don't know.
I thought they were called strong.
Okay, roll for persuasion for me.
Good. Let me pull up my sheet and persuasion. 11.
Okay, I'll say he rolls. 6. He busts. 24.
Oh, better let us on
Shouldn't
there,
have listened. You got me blood boiling a little bit, boyo. But yeah, we'll. All right. What about you, Loki Blood Eyes?
Let's see here. I got a 6.
I'm gonna roll for investigation. Is it really a 6?
I really actually rolled a 6. It was
Okay.
it was
That's
pretty great.
21. Okay. and then
I was hoping
then,
for that.
Okay with this.
over to our Cal. Over to Cal.
Or not Lox?
Lox is after you. It goes Loki,
All right.
Cal, and then Lox.
Beginner's luck, I
plus-
assume.
That is pretty lucky to hit a 21 on your first game. Better hope it doesn't go into sudden death, because I don't know if you have any more arrows.
No, I have
11.
a few more.
Again.
And I have
12.
apparently unlimited poison.
Again. 12. 17. Uh-oh. All right. I'm at 17. Huh. Oh, 6. That
Well,
does
that's
it
what
for
you
me.
get for pushing me forward. Karma's a bitch. How about you, Mr.
You got bald.
Mr. Lucky Locks?
Right, so I had a 15. I need a 6 too. Let's see. Oh, got a 4.
That'll put you at 19 if you know how to count. I know you only have. I'd say count on your fingers, but you only have 3.
I'm growing not to be a very big fan of you.
Oh, I'm a big fan of you, Mr. Locks. Don't worry, it's just all in fun. All in fun.
So the only way for me to win is to roll a 2. Yeah.
You rolled a
That's
4,
correct.
right? That's it goes to 21. So if you roll a 2, but you kind of have to, because you can't stay. You'll just lose.
I got a 3.
Well,
So,
Loki.
Loki. Loki
Loki
is
is
the
the
winner.
winner.
I'm completely fine with
So
this
Loki,
outcome.
just be careful when you grab your arrows there, Loki.
Oh, I shall. What did I just
3
win?
silver and your
3
4
silver.
arrows back.
Oh,
Would you care to play another game, gentlemen, or should I be retiring for the evening?
I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day.
It's getting pretty late, and I'm very tired.
All right. Well, I know you all had a very eventful day. I could hear some of the ruckus when I was venturing this way. So I guess I'll turn in. He stands up, and then he kind of looks right over to you, Brawl. Appreciate your kindness, sir. I'll be heading home, and I'll make. I'll
Safe
make sure to
travels.
let your father know that you are safe.
Best of luck.
And he kind of ventures off. He goes up the stairs, and you hear a door kind of slam, and then a thud as if he just fell onto a bed.
Well, that guy was kind of a prick.
Brawl. So, from what I gather here, is that you are a second son to your father, and you are now
Aye.
looking for your brother.
Aye.
And at some point during the road, you were captured by the Empire.
That is correct.
Why would they bother to capture you?
Probably because I am a paladin,
Uh,
and my god is not their god.
That makes sense.
yeah, I see a lot of that happening nowadays.
What about you?
Well, it's late.
It is.
I'm about to go to bed.
That sounds like an excellent plan.
So, what would the group like to do? Like to go upstairs? Right now, you have a comrade who's kind of passed out on the table.
I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna kind of shake.
Forgot about the lass.
I'll shake the Eladrin.
Yeah.
Say, come. We're going to the rooms.
I follow.
Okay, so as you are heading upstairs, you walk in. There is 2 doors that are open, and there is 3 beds in each room. And I'll let you guys decide who you want to bunk with.
grab the closest bed on the floor because I'm short and I'm tired.
There's a bed on the floor?
Well, I mean,
Closest bed.
up, as opposed to
Okay.
up.
I don't
The
know if they're
closest
bunk.
bed.
I don't think that they're
closest
bunk
bed to
beds.
the floor.
I'm gonna,
Okay.
I'm gonna climb.
I'm gonna
out-
climb up to the second level bunk bed because it's obvious based off of the dwarf's suggestion.
I just
You enter a room.
I
There
just imagine
is
bunk
a
beds.
bunk bed on one side and a regular bed next to it. And
Yeah.
Is there a
there is
window
a
in
window.
this room?
Um,
I'm gonna climb out the window and up onto the roof.
okay.
Perfect.
When you do so, you're on the roof. Can you roll for stealth for me? Are you being stealthy, or are you just?
Acrobatics.
Well, I'm just curious.
perhaps?
Are you just doing this, like no fucks
I'm-
given, or are you just quietly?
Well, I'm being careful. Obviously, we're in the heart of enemy
Right.
territory. But yes, I would like to use acrobatics if
Okay.
possible. If you want me to use stealth, I'll do
Okay.
that. Either
Um,
way works.
Meanwhile, I'm shaking like the
I was thinking
cloth
that's
on the
like a-
beds, and I'm just going to I kind of turn it slightly, and I'm like, Cal, you could take the bed over there.
I just Batman out of there.
Okay. So you roll for acrobatics for me.
Ha!
Okay.
16.
So you kind of
total.
like grab up and then you kind of like swing your way onto the top. When you get to the top, what you see, I'm going to kind of give a zoomed out shot here. If you look at the map,
Oh.
Ooh.
you see right now there's a couple people. Let me just switch my layer if you don't mind. This gentleman and this gentleman.
Oh.
You see two individuals that are kind of patrolling right now, walking back and forth. Oop, didn't mean to stretch him out.
Just as I thought.
Um,
All right, now I'm gonna be as stealthy as I can.
and then they're just kind of hanging tight. They don't see any of their, because you guys dragged everybody away and hid the bodies into the river, so they don't see anything. But they are kind of confused because they're like, they thought there was supposed to be somebody in this section. But you're kind of, but they slowly start walking back, which the way they can.
I'm gonna just lay prone on the roof.
Okay.
Keep
You
watch
look
for
up.
the time.
It's a beautiful night. It's full moon. It's very clear, and you have your hands behind your head, and you're just kind of looking up and admiring the stars. You see a shooting star kind of come across, and yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know, the better.
Meanwhile, have we decided on who's sleeping where? Perhaps
Bed, please.
Lux and
DM, were we downstairs for at least an hour?
Yeah, you're there for now. The game took maybe about 30 minutes. You guys had a small conversation. You got to know each other a little bit. So yeah, it's about an hour.
I'm in the room, but I'm still naked.
Okay.
Just a
wait,
wet
are you
frog.
still in the bucket?
No, my guy just needs to soak in water.
Oh wait, all right.
before he
Can I just have gone back a little bit and actually grab the bucket to bring up with?
Yeah, freak.
I'm the only one that can freaking do it. I'm the only one that's tall enough and strong enough to be able to lift the grung.
Or he could just be a little toad in the corner.
But you
I
don't
mean, the
ask
bucket's
him.
only like 3 feet tall.
Do you need me to bring you upstairs?
A bucket 3 feet tall of mostly
Yeah,
water
that's
is
true.
heavy.
That's really heavy.
No, I'd say it's about
Yeah, put it-
you're how tall? 2 foot? 2 feet, yeah.
2 feet.
So it's about a foot and a half, not even, foot and 3 inches. It's probably this big of a bucket.
You know what? Sounds like a little much. How about you stay down here?
No, strong guy, come on, bring me up. I want to be with you. You
I
can
have
do it.
I would do it if it wasn't filled with poisonous water,
I'm just like
that I
leaning-
really don't
I'm
want him to
leaning
get
on
on my
the
skin.
edge, just like this, just like looking at him, like, oh, come on.
How can you resist those eyes?
Roll for persuasion.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Roll for persuasion.
This will be roll on roll.
I like that.
Jordan, we got a comment from Jordan, 1 3/4. We'll just say 1.5 feet. The wine's kicking in, man. I don't.
Oh, you have wine.
Yeah.
Do I have
Yeah.
wine?
Jealous.
Do I have wine?
I would like some.
Num.
17.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Such a waste of a natural 20.
Or
But-
is it?
I think you can stay down here. Don't worry. We'll wake you up in the morning.
Also, you seem
Probably not a great idea to leave a thief down here all by his lonesome. But all right, I'll stay.
I had no idea you were a thief.
Well, now you do.
I check my pockets.
You should probably get used to doing that too, yeah.
I think I will. Every day now I will check my pockets.
Morning routine.
I'll stay down here. It's fine.
so you guys stay. You stay in the. Hopefully, you guys don't see that. Okay, there we go. So you guys are all in your room. So who's in the first room that has the window that Cal went out of?
I
You are?
am.
And then
I guess.
who else?
Say maybe the dwarf.
Okay, so
I have
it
one
doesn't
bed.
matter. So we'll put. So right now, Brawl.
How many
Two-
rooms?
2 rooms.
How many rooms are there?
And
rooms.
seeing as there's 2, you can, actually all 3 of you can be in the same room considering we have one guy on the roof and
Oh yeah, he's only So we'll just stick to with
3 in
the
okay.
one room then altogether.
So is everybody just going straight to sleep?
I'm keeping watch, kind of. Like I'd like to
Okay.
to watch out on the roof as best I
I'm
can.
I'm going to sleep.
I need to sleep. As far as I recall, this is just meta, I guess. 2 elves. Is a half elf able to just sleep half the time?
An elf is a half elf. It
I
would
don't
say,
know.
I know
it
an
would
elf,
say
but
it in
it's
your
half elf
features. It
only
would say it
able
in
to-
your features.
I'll check.
I can look it up.
Dark vision, Fey ancestry.
Oh, this is gonna be terrible.
No.
So-
It just means magic can't put me to sleep.
Yeah. So Danan is gonna wake us up in 4 hours.
Yeah.
She'll be
Oh,
fully
oh.
fully operational. Like, what's?
Yeah.
No, she won't. I know.
Make me
she's
some
an-
breakfast.
I know that she's an elf, and I know how elves work. So when that happens, I'll just tell her to go to the roof. Doing my
Okay.
best to gaze at the stars and use, astronomy to tell time. See.
So you can kind of surmise that right now it's probably right around, I would say, judging where the moon is, right around like 12:30.
All right, if I can just keep my eyes open for a couple more hours.
Okay. I'll say the first 3 hours go by, and then can you roll for me, Cal? D20. Sorry.
What? A 1?
A natural one.
He fell asleep.
I fell
Oh
asleep.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah, you are.
He's the worst
And not only are you
watchdog.
out cold, but you are snoring.
Oh man, I was exhausted.
So
from,
you are
being
on
a
top of this
prisoner.
roof, and you're just with your arms behind your head, and you're just out cold. Now, while that's happening, the 2 guards that were kind of walking around, making sure that nobody's out right now, they can hear a sound, and they start venturing over.
No way.
But they're kind of confused because as soon as they get over there, like you stop, the snoring stops, but they can hear like your heavy breathing, but they don't know, they can't really locate where it's coming from.
Well, it is an inn.
Yeah, but but it's on the outside of the inn. So they're just kind of like,
Dang it.
And then they're on alert right now. Another hour goes by, and
I wake up.
so that is now 4 hours. Is that 4 hours? Yeah, that's 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wake up, and probably I hear the snores, right?
You hear his heavy breathing.
Okay.
from above, from above the ceiling.
Well, the window's open.
Yeah.
The window's
Like-
open. So through the window, you can hear with your keen ears, kind of like.
I'm gonna go upstairs. I mean, to the ceiling. I'm gonna just like to the roof, just like tapping his shoulder, and
Okay.
said I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna have
take
you roll for
over this.
acrobatics.
Oh,
Real quick while you're trying to climb scale. the
4.
roof.
she's going.
I'm good. 17.
Okay. You make it up to the roof, no problem.
So there I am, passed out.
I'm gonna nudge you like on the head.
You poke me on the head.
No, like, hey.
Oh, my eyes snap open. Oh shit.
I will take over.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of scramble over to the side a little bit and try to peek. Is there what's this roof look like? Oh, A-frame. Oh, okay, then I'm not scrambling anywhere. I'll just kind of look around and say, "Hey, there are two gods walking around.
Okay.
Stay alert." And then I'm gonna go retire.
Fall asleep.
Yeah.
Ooh, plus. That's 20. Dirty 20.
Did you say best for hen impression?
It's a rooster.
We need to bring you back to elementary school.
D is for
Wine doesn't start with an E.
And I just realized that I was muted. Okay, so not the whole time.
no.
When
Not
were
the
you
whole time.
muted?
Oh, no.
Only for a second. Okay, so you snuck up, woke him up. Fine. The guards went away. The sun is coming up. You can hear the rooster. You can see burn marks, and I think that's all that everybody missed.
Okay, can I look at the stars and see if I recognize any constellations?
Sure. The stars are kind of very faint at this point because it's more dawn, if you will. But you can still see a few out there.
Okay.
Is there
Am
a
I still
particular
snoring?
constellation that you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a d20. A 3? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking up.
You
You
explode.
see you see some stars, but you're not exactly sure of any constellations. But you do have a feeling that you are in the east.
What's the East Star? It's that big one. The big one that's really close.
Roll one more time for me, Carla.
Would it be history?
I'm
not?
just gonna use perception. No, I'm sorry. This is for guard duty because you have 2 more hours of sleep. So roll for.
Oh, that's
Okay,
15.
so 2 hours
Plus.
goes by. It is now morning, and you're good to go. So everybody starts to wake up. Well, whoever wants to wake up. 8 hours has gone by.
Sweet.
All right.
Darn.
Breakfast.
I meditate in bed for a while.
I'm gonna check the Strong Heart's room. The other Strong Heart. Is he in there? I'm just gonna kind of.
Okay. So are you gonna knock or are you just gonna open it?
I'm gonna do a light rap, like a click click. click.
Okay.
See if anybody's in there.
You don't hear anything. Nobody comes to the door. But the door is closed.
I'm going in.
Okay, you open the door. You look inside, and it's just a very tidy room. The bed is made, and there's a silver piece on a counter, which is next to one of the beds.
Okay. Is there anything of his besides that silver piece in there, or does it look like he's gone? Like
You could surmise he
made
left
the
at
room
some
and-
point, not too long ago, because the
Night.
tip hasn't been collected yet.
Damn it. Okay, I leave. Oh, actually, I want to like open the drawers and just kind of look around, and then I'll leave.
So there's same setup. There's 2 bunk beds and then 1 bed. He was sleeping on the 1 bed, and then on the counter next to it, you open up the drawer. Inside, you see a Bible of Semet, and it's kind of dusty. No one's used it.
Okay, I'm gonna close the drawer, walk out of the room, walk back into the room with everybody, and say, "Sorry, guys, I was just working on 100% map completion."
I don't know what that means.
How'd you do?
Not well. I mean, there were no valuables. Don't worry, it's early game.
You have to get the corners. Don't forget the corners.
I'm so confused right now. Shut up.
At this,
It's too early for all this. Coffee? I think coffee for everyone.
Yeah, coffee sounds good.
Oh, before you guys get coffee, yeah, so there were guards last night who seemed like they were, suspicious that the watch was depleted, we shall say. So I'd say that it's not probably great we stay here too long. There has to be some sort of resistance or something going on. There's a lot of burn marks going on.
I mean, we did just escape a prison.
Maybe we can
Close
start
by.
a resistance. Ooh, now there's an idea. I like the way you think, Loki.
Ooh.
so
What?
at this moment,
No. That is not what I'm saying
at
right
this
now.
moment, the door slams open in your room, and Derek is sweating profusely, and he's freaking out. You have to leave. You have to leave. You have to leave immediately. They're coming. They're coming. I don't know if they're searching everywhere right now for those who escaped from. Are you the lot that escaped from the prison? You told me that, correct? Yes.
No.
Well, where can we go? There's nowhere for us to go.
Listen.
I
Dude,
think it's time to go.
A second individual enters the room with Derek. Okay.
Why is everyone just barging into our room?
And
I'm still in the
What
room.
is this, a sitcom?
And it's basically kind of like this dweeby looking fellow. He's got dark hair. Let me find him really quick because I made his token. He's got dark hair. He's kind of got two long pieces of hair that kind of flow over on the side of his head, kind of parted down the middle with a long ponytail. He has a green cloak. Another ponytail.
You mean he looks like us?
You, one of us.
He looks like all of us.
And then he has a leather vest on, as well as the cloak, and it's kind of weathered. And he has a soul patch with just some facial hair in his beard.
What species is he?
He's also kind of sweaty. He goes, "Listen, come with me. I'm gonna sneak you onto my boat, and we'll go to the Sudan."
Oh, I
Sudan?
don't like boats.
Yes.
Same.
The Sedan is still operating here in this region?
No, but I have a safe place that I can take you. I owe a favor to Derek. He's calling it in.
I guess I'll roll insight to make sure that he's telling the truth. Okay. Wow. I believe him immediately. No question.
Listen,
Let's go, everyone.
listen,
You must be telling the truth because I rolled a natural 1.
it's important. It's important that we leave with haste. Grab what you can. Derek, do you have any food? He looks over at Derek. Yes, I have some food that we can give to them. He goes downstairs and you can hear him yelling for Mary. Mary, grab some to-go bags.
I dip all of the rest of my arrows into the frog water.
Can I get a beer
So,
to go
Lox, have
too?
you left the frog water yet? Okay.
Yeah.
So they're downstairs. You guys are still upstairs, so no one can hear you about the beer. And what would you guys like to do?
I come down the roof.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she probably heard that.
I hear all the commotion, and it's like, oh, hi.
Swing into the...
We have to go.
Okay. Just like
Yes,
that.
this man that I trust wholeheartedly is going to guide us through
Yeah.
on his
Loki
boat.
really seemed like he had a solid grasp of this individual's character, so we're good.
Yeah.
I trust him 100% with my life.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yes. We should go then.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's getting darker
God.
and darker.
All right, so the group heads downstairs. You find Mary. She's kind of holding like some to-go bags. She gives each of you a bag. Inside is like some bread, a canteen of water, and
Is there a mug on a table nearby that I can just grab that has any amount of beer in it?
There's one behind the table where he serves the drinks out of.
That's the one I'm reaching for right
Okay.
now.
So you grab that, and you kind of pour yourself a beer,
And I drop some coin onto the bar.
and then just deduct however many coin that you'd like to drop.
How much is a beer?
A beer is typically, I would say, 5 copper.
Okay, so I leave a silver.
I'll leave a silver as well.
So Derek, before while you guys are kind of like he's kind of like ushering you out, does everybody leave the establishment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm following with 100%
Right, so-
confidence
so-
in this
so-
man.
We're all and
I don't know his name. I don't know where he comes from, but
So the man
I
in
trust
front of
him.
you, he goes, "Quick, we have to leave in haste." He hands you each a green cloak. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
And it has
Green cloak.
and it has a hood that you can pull over. And he pulls his hood over. do not look at anyone. If you see a guard, do not make eye contact. Just move. And while you guys are starting to follow him, pulling you back into the room, Loki, is Derek. He turns you around and he hands you a little box. You go and he looks at you. When you get to the Sedan clan, find an elf. Her name is Sarah. Give her this. And it has a little lock on it. It's about this big.
Yeah. Is there a key?
There's no key.
It's just it's locked. Does she have the key?
Are you asking him?
Yes.
Yes. She has the key. Yes. we each
that was easy.
We each have a key. But give it to Sarah. She'll know what to do. You'll find her in the woods where this gentleman is bringing you. I can say no more.
Thank you for all of your help. Thank you for keeping us here. I know how much of a risk that is.
Just be safe.
Thank you for the beer.
He looks at he kind of like
Shut up, dwarf.
ushers you out, and he goes, "Listen, if your father was a good man, and just know that there's still good people here."
I will let him know.
I know there are good people here.
He's not
Whatever's
like
left.
he kind of looks at you like you're drunk because he's talking to Loki. He just kind of looks at you. He's like, "You let him know too." And then he kind of starts closing the door.
Yeah.
Be safe. And then you can kind of hear him yelling at Mary, clean the rooms, make sure nobody that they can't tell anybody was here. You can hear her on the inside.
Bye.
And then the group ventures on, and you're following this individual, and you're kind of going through the streets, and you're keeping very close to the walls as you're doing this. And then, if you guys, I'll say right now, roll a 20 for, or excuse me, a D20 for me, Locks.
All right, I'm feeling lucky. Let's do this. Well, I got a 4.
So while you're walking, you stumble a little bit. You trip over what looks to be like just a stone, and you fall, and you bring some attention to yourself. Suddenly, a guard swoops down, landing in front of you. Kind of looks at you and starts speaking, but you don't recognize the language.
Do any of us?
I don't think any of you speak. What do you call it? Do you? The Aarakocra.
Is an Aarakocra a beast?
No, it's a humanoid.
Darn.
It is humanoid.
Is everyone wearing their capes?
Yes.
Yes.
So he's kind of like caulking at you, if you will. I think that's the word I'm looking for. And as you're doing this, you're kind of like on your back, looking up at it. What would you like to do?
Oh, I fell down.
Yeah, you're on your
the
back.
ground. Should I have added in my acrobatics or anything?
You weren't when you were walking. You weren't paying attention, and you just tripped over a stone.
Okay. All right.
Tripping over a stone alerted the guard. I like it.
Okay.
Who's by me? What all's by me?
One
There's
sec.
the Aarakocra in front of me.
Hey.
Can he roll with advantage because he was with all of us?
No. So you're on your ground, and then what's brown? You see a little cart with some food on you. Food on it, like some melons, and then nobody's really out at this moment. It's still very early in the morning. It's about 8:30, and you're kind of in the middle of a market. It looks like there's a lot of like food carts that are out, but most of them are covered. But you can kind of see some like apples and things like that.
All right. So in Grung, I'm gonna be saying, "Oh, sorry, sorry," and I'm reaching into my bag, and I'm holding up my Bible of Sumet, and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, sorry, I'm so sorry," and I get to my feet.
Roll for persuasion.
14.
So he kind of like backs off his what do you call it, feathers and his wings kind of go down. And he looks back and he just kind of turns around and he kind of says something in Eric Cochran that you don't recognize, but he walks off.
I put the book back in my bag and stupid cock. Keep walking.
I walk up next to him and nudge him and say, "Nicely done."
Aye, the bird brains, all of them.
Are we gonna start calling them cocks
Um,
from now on?
you can call him whatever you like.
The cocks.
Cocks? Cocks.
We're gonna call them
Like,
cocks.
really put the A and the W in there. Cocks.
Hawks.
Oh, you're thinking coax.
Cocks.
Cock.
Cocks.
Cocks.
All right, let's
Hawks.
go.
It's COX.
Yeah.
Cox.
Cox.
Went to
Where were we going?
Just like
So
Where?
are you talking to?
So
we're following somebody, right?
I'd say we should all be a little bit more careful with our feet there, eh? I know you're not really used to the, pipe, but we're all doing our best here.
Yeah, I'll make sure and watch the step. Yeah.
What was I going to say? So you guys are carrying on. Sorry, I was a little sidetracked there for a second. So you guys are carrying on, and the gentleman turns around, looking at you, and he says, "Don't trip again. We're almost to the docks. Once we get there, follow me straight onto the boat. Do any of you know how to man a boat?"
I've been taught a little bit.
Is this a sailing boat?
It's, it's about four
Or a
of us.
rowboat?
I mean, I can walk you through it. I'm just asking, can you take directions, or do you know how to do it?
With a heavy sigh, I raise my hand. I can tack. I know how to rip the jib. Let's get this thing going. It's really easy. All you have to do is just beware of the boom every time we turn. It's not that bad.
Oh, I've been on those before. I'm not even tall enough to hit the boom. No problem.
Do we have any kind of crew, or who's driving this thing, or am I?
So the man looks behind you. I'll tell you what to do once we get there.
How big is this boat?
You can kind of see some sails off in the distance. It's a decent size, but it's not overly huge. And then as you're walking, you guys notice that it's pretty heavily guarded on the docks. And I'm going to have, let's see here, Loki, and I'm also going to have our friend who has been drinking roll for stealth for me.
Hey,
So
DM,
you're gonna let me roll
Have you roll for
twice
stealth.
because I've been drinking and I'm
No, Loki, you haven't been drinking alcohol right now, have you?
No, me
Oh,
personally.
you personally.
Thank you.
Oh. Hey, DM,
Cheers.
the guy who
Yeah.
we're traveling with, does he speak Eric Cochran? I'm gonna ask him. Do you speak
Does-
bird? Do
He
you
kind
speak
of
cock?
looks around. He's like, "Shh, not right now."
Sorry. Does anybody?
So you guys are kind of carrying on. I'm gonna have Loki, and I'm gonna have Strongheart roll for stealth.
Stealth.
I'm a 42-year-old dwarf,
Wow.
and I had a beer for breakfast.
So
I'm
I
doing
actually.
great.
So I don't know if you know this, DM, but I actually roll disadvantage on stealth based off of my armor, the armor that I use, but I still got a 14
Okay.
for stealth.
And then how are we doing, Stoneheart?
What do I add to a 10?
Your stealth.
Your
That'd be your
dex.
stealth. Well, I mean, you can, but yeah, it'd be your dex.
All right, so 11. Really
Okay.
solid.
So as you're walking, you're not drunk, you're not stumbling, you're walking straight, but you let out a very long belch. And then a bunch
Yeah.
of Eric Cochran kind of look at you. And they're holding posters. And all of a sudden they start flying directly at where the belch came out. And then they land in front of you. You're kind of further away from the docks, and there's about 3 of them that land in front of you, and then 2 are kind of further out in the distance. And then the one takes his talon and rips your what do you call it, your hood back, revealing your
Hood?
face, and immediately kind of like you can see like the eyes of his eyes are like, holy shit, I caught you. Everybody roll for initiative.
Shit.
Hey.
But bash their beaks off. But I'm gonna wait patiently to do it.
Huh.
And
Okay.
now, let me take us to our map. This map is brought to you by Google.
Uh
Wait, you
Well,
can't say that.
I'm joking.
oh. No, you
We
can't
we
say
search for the map
Yes.
on Google. That's the disclosure.
So our group, let me zoom out here. You get,
Oh, I made a gross drink.
What
Ooh, a
happened?
gross drink.
Yeah,
What'd you
How's
put in
that?
it?
it's too much alcohol and not enough mixers. Oh man, it's just mostly. Well, first, what happened was I poured myself. I was reaching for the rum, then I looked away because my cat was like, "Hey, what's up?" And so I was like, "Aw," and then I grabbed the scotch by accident. So I poured myself a glass of scotch, and I was getting ready to pour the Coke into it, and then I realized it was scotch, and so I was like, "Ah, shucks!" So I had to pour it back into the bottle using nothing but my wits and my charisma. And
Do you roll high on charisma?
I rolled high on the charisma, but not on the wit, so I spilled it everywhere.
What's
So
your charisma modifier?
my charisma modifier in this game is +2.
No, I mean in
real
real
life?
life.
Oh, it's there's
okay.
no.
Oh,
all right,
wow.
Cal,
Whoa.
what did you roll for initiative?
Plus my modifier. Let's see. 21.
Very good. Locks.
Oh, 17.
Good. Loki.
Also
Okay.
17.
Locks and Loki roll again. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it this way. Should have done last game like that too.
13.
And then
But it does.
it does, but I'm gonna.
Because
Yeah,
I was giving you a
exactly.
hard time.
It's,
14.
okay. That's fine.
Sorry. I
It's
love
all
you,
good.
Fred.
All right, and then Danan.
19.
And then
Danan.
Brothel.
Nah.
Two?
I like that. That's
Na, na,
the
na.
theme song.
Na, na, na,
Oh.
A virtuous 2.
Ooh.
All right.
Technically 3.
You're our anchor.
All right. So we're gonna start with Cal. Cue the battle music.
Not battle music.
It's not a good time to break for them.
It's
We can. I mean, would you like to take a break?
we just want to make
Yes.
more drinks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't we take?
You sit right for me,
Let's
Josh.
take a 5. Somebody remember
Yeah.
to have me
Need an
unmute
ice
myself.
I will write a note.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take 5 minutes, guys. Seriously, just 5 minutes, though, okay? All right,
All right.
and we will
Bye.
be right
Stay
back.
tuned.
The cocks and the dogs.
Docks on the docks. That should be the title of the episode.
Here we go.
That'd
Here we
be
go.
hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Cox and the Docks. We are live again, guys. With the Cox and the Docks.
Stop having so much
Stop
fun,
having the
everyone.
fun. Okay, so with that being said,
You just
before we
said
took our
stop
break,
having fun.
you guys were being ushered out of the city. Okay, which the name of the city, Loki, is to be the Ma-Night City. Ma-Night City. Ma-Night. Ma-Night. M-A-N-I-T-E.
Because it's the Madrove clan. This is the Manite City.
Thank you for that revelation there. I think we have more
Okay.
pressing issues.
And I can write that down just to make sure I still have that. Okay. So right now you guys are being led out of the city to a gentleman's boat who is supposed to take you to the Sedan. And that gentleman urged you all to be quiet, and unfortunately that was not the case due to a large belch at 8:30 in the morning, which signaled some of these Eric Cochran to the cocks of the docks to fly over, and they inspected, whipping up your hood, holding a wanted poster of yourself. They recognized you immediately, and now we have entered combat. Rolling initiative at the highest, Cal. It is your move, my friend.
Right. Well, I guess the jig is up. So I draw my rapier and I just lunge at the nearest cock.
Okay. So that will be there's one that is actually to the right of you. That's actually right in front of Loki. So I will have you roll for attack.
Do
You
I
do
get
get
advantage? Hell yeah! All right. Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm sorry.
Whatever god you worship.
Thank Ogma. All right, that's going to be a total of 15 to hit.
15 to hit. Okay, that does hit. And then roll for damage.
Yes. Okay. And that's a D8. Hold on, that was just my D20. Let me find my D8 here. And we got him. Okay. A total of 5.
5 damage. By the way, we're using D&D Beyond, who does not sponsor us. If they do eventually someday, I will give a better shout out than that. And Google D&D Beyond, the keywords. Let's boost that algorithm. I'm just joking. Okay, and then next, do you want to do anything, Cal? Outside of that.
Well, I use my 2 actions, so I'm okay.
Next on our list is going to be Danam. You're muted, Danam. Yep.
Boy.
There you go. I'm gonna shoot firebolt to this guy. Oh, it's not showing. It's not
Just
showing my
hold it.
clicks, right?
There you go. So you're gonna shoot a fireball.
There
you go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Roll for attack.
All right. Ooh, that's 17 plus 5
That
to
hits.
hit. Yeah, I found my new dice. Yay!
Were they the level up dice?
No,
No.
Oh,
no,
no, they don't sponsor us.
of course, no. So that's 6.
6 damage. Very good. Very good. Very good indeed. All right, so the firebolt kind of goes piercing his wing and actually burning a hole through it, and he's kind of his one arm drops, and you can tell that he's in a lot of pain.
I heard you say piercing his wing.
His wing. You guys are sick between cocks at the docks and,
I
and
nudge
wings
Loki.
and wings. Lord,
The Cox
cocks
wings.
and wings. This is. I should rename this episode the wings of the dock. The cocks of the
We're gonna get demonetized.
demonetized really quick. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all that money
Yeah, we're rich.
coming
We're rich.
There goes all the ad revenue
Yeah,
for this
the only people that are
video.
going to want to sponsor us are going to be sex shops.
Yeah, I'm down.
in. Smells like chicken.
All right.
Hey,
Oh wow.
they got a lot of
All right.
money. If
So
they
it
have a lot
goes-
of money that they
goes
want to
through-
give to us.
Goes
That's
through
fine.
the wing, and then do you want to make any movements or any other? Do you have any bonus actions you want to use?
No, I'm gonna
Okay,
stay
next
there.
is Walks, my froggy friend.
All right. Let me take a 5-foot step back.
Nice.
That
I know.
Okay, so that's he's going to swing at you with his talon. That is going to be a 7 plus. What is his attack with his talon? 7 plus 4, 11 to hit. Okay,
Yeah,
he swings
get
at you
your
and you dodge.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna shoot at the one in front of the elf.
This one here.
This
Okay.
gentleman.
So the one in front of the blood hunter.
Okay.
I mean, technically.
Mm.
19
That a
to
hit?
hit.
Fuck him up.
5, 6, 11. 11 damage and then 5 poison. If you
Okay, and that was with the bow? Okay,
Yeah.
so while he was stung with the rapier, and going into his shoulder, he kind of leans back, and then the arrow goes right through the side of his head, through his temple, and clean out the other side, and he drops dead.
Phew, I thought he would be still alive after that one.
Ha! Nice.
I'm going to take the rest of my movement now.
So he is. I'm going to move him to the GM layer.
Alright, I'm going to move for my 20, and then I'm going to jump to right there.
All right. Very good.
That's just
It's
a leap.
so I'd like to call a leap of faith. And then next is going to be Loki. So seeing the arrow go right through this Airkraken's skull, dropping dead in front of you, you kind of have some more blood kind of splatter and it pools around your feet.
Okay. Just gonna say quickly, everyone get to the dock, and I'm going to actually run away from Eric Cochran.
Okay. There is an area of opportunity for this one here.
And I'm okay with that
You
one.
will be at disadvantage. He's going to swing it with his talon as well. That will not hit. That's a natural one. So he swings, misses. And then where do you head off to? Right there? That's 20 feet.
I mean, can I? Yeah, and then I mean if I can go. Wait, no, that's
That
20.
was 5, 10,
That was
15,
30.
20. Right? You're right here. 5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
20. 20 would be right here. You're at 25 feet right now.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll go right there, and then I'll fire an arrow at the Eric Cochran right in front of the dwarf.
Oh, right in front of the dwarf? Okay. Shoot.
Yep.
What kind of... What, are you using a longbow or a short bow? Longbow?
A longbow, and it's a poison arrow as well because I dipped all my arrows into the
That's
poison
true.
water. And I rolled. That is a 21 to hit. And that is a D8. Ooh. 8 plus 3.
11 damage.
So,
Okay.
11, yeah.
So when you shoot, he just barely ducks out of the way. However, it goes right through his beak, sticking right in his beak, and now its mouth is pierced shut.
Oh.
Oof.
And then, Brawlthal, it is your turn.
I'm gonna take my hammer and I'm gonna slam it across his face.
Okay. Roll for damage.
Roll for
attack. Yeah, roll for attack.
Attack.
Sorry.
Start with that
Just go
one.
straight to
Sorry.
damage.
Yeah, straight to damage.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have said
gotta
anything,
hit.
Josh.
A cool thing to
Should've said that.
say.
Roll to hit.
13.
Now you can roll for damage.
Yes.
Woo!
These cocks need to at least have the chance.
These cocks are
You
flaccid.
guys are tearing through these cocks.
I tear through a lot of cogs in my spare time.
Oh god, it's the second episode.
Nice.
Just
High five, bro.
It's a second
Eric
what?
Cock-
one
For
after
those
the
watching-
other. Just one
for those
after the
watching, it's
other.
called Eric Cochran.
Well, it is Pride Month, so.
Eric Cockra, aren't they? Eric Cockra?
Eric Cochran, yeah.
I
Cock.
rolled a d10.
Okay.
13 damage.
And you're using your bow. So while the arrow comes piercing through,
There's his no, not his bow,
or
his
your
hammer.
While you do that, you take it from the other side, and then the arrow's coming through this way, it goes right through. As that happens, simultaneously, you swing your hammer, hitting the arrow back through the other side, back out the other hole, cracking its beak. The neck swings around, cracking, and it falls down to the ground. Dead.
Nice.
There's some physics right there.
And can I use my movement to run?
You certainly can.
All right. I'm going to run. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. I think that. Yeah, 25 feet.
All right. And then next is going to be, well, he did, and then is going to be this one right here. He's going to actually fly up in the air. And yep, and he's
guy?
going to fly up. He has the ability to fly.
With
50
disadvantage
feet.
because I hit him
Right.
on the wing.
So he's going to get half speed, or half speed.
Yeah.
But he can go up to 50 feet. So he's 25 feet in the air. And then he's
Yeah.
going to take his javelin, and he's actually going to throw it directly at right in front of him. Actually, he's going to throw it right at Cal.
Okay.
That will be a 10 to hit.
No
So he
such
throws
luck.
the javelin, and it gets stuck
Okay.
right in the wall right behind you. Next is
Nice.
going to
Okay.
next is going to be, well, he did. Next is going to be this Eric Cochran back here. He's actually going to fly up, and he's going to move right here. He's hovering over the water. He's actually going to throw his javelin right at you, Brawl. And that is going to be that was a nat 20, but it was cocked. So I'm going to re-roll it because I'm a fair DM. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
14 is not hit. Okay, so same thing. Javelin goes flying right over your shoulder. Next is going to be the final Arakakra. And it is this guy over here, and he's going to also fly up. And he's going to be kind of hovering over on top, and he's going to land on top of this roof, and he's going to throw his javelin at you, Cal. And somebody hit. Nope, that is a natural one. Wow.
Oh, can I
Wow, these
catch
guys
the
are
javelin?
these guys are just as good as These
Toss
guys are
it back.
these
You're
guys
not
are
a
the equivalent
monk.
of stormtroopers in this universe.
I'm a ranger. I'm a glorious
All right.
acrobatic
Cal, it is your
man
your
with a
turn.
ponytail. It is I. It is I.
It's
All
like
right,
Saw
then.
it.
I'm gonna shout across to the dock. Nice shots, everyone! And then I'm gonna bolt to the So my speed is 30 feet, so 6. So I want to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if I go straight across, I can go here.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fine.
Perfect. Let's see. So that's 6. I'm going to sheath my rapier and take out my bow.
Okay.
That's my second action.
All right. And then next is going to be Denon.
I'm going to.
My longbow.
And I'm gonna try to hit the same one that I hit before.
This one right here. Okay. So
Yes,
he's flying in
sir.
the air, but he's about 20 feet off the ground. But he's kind of like, you could definitely tell he's wounded.
I'm going to. Again, I guess firebolt. Are they flammable by any chance?
They can be. They can
Feathers?
be. I mean, you burned a
Yeah.
hole right there. It's kind of. It's not a strong skin where the feathers are, so you burned a hole right through. So he's kind of like flapping double hard just to be where he's at right now.
Okay. Let's see. That's not right. So that's 15 to hit. Yes. Yay. That's 8 damage.
All right. As you do this, the firebolt goes and it now hits him in the chest, and you can see the flames actually go into his skin. The feathers burn away, and then opening his chest, the flames seep into his heart, and then he falls down onto the ground, and then just kind of starts igniting up in flames right in front of you.
Damn.
Wow.
That was sick.
And then I'm gonna freak out a little bit because of what I did, and I'm going to use all my movement and right here, if it's possible.
Okay. Next is going to be Lox.
I'm taking my movement to get for cover behind the
Okay.
boxes, and then I'm going to see if I can introduce this fellow to
Sure,
death,
yeah.
you know?
With your longbow?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
Send her to Davy Jones' locker.
14
That'll
they
hit.
hit. Oh. Ooh. So 9 damage and then 7 poison if he's poisoned.
So
It's a D12.
how much damage? 16?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9
Okay.
damage. And then 7 poison if he gets poisoned.
Gotcha. I have to roll a d20 Constitution saving throw, right? Okay. It
Yeah.
has to be over 11? Over 12.
12.
Okay.
12.
Is not. So that is 7 points of damage?
Yeah,
Okay.
7 more, yeah. So I'm not 16 total.
Jeez, that's crazy. Okay. So as
Level
level
one.
1 too. So as you do this, you fire it, and you hit him directly in the shoulder. He pulls it out, but as he pulls it out, he cuts his skin on the inside of his talon, and the poison seeps in, and then you can kind of see his arm begin to wither and get like kind of crinkly, if you will, and then he loses his wings, start twitching, and then he can no longer fly, and he falls right into the water, and you don't see him come up.
Bye-bye, birdie.
All right. Next, unless you want to do it, do you have any bonus actions you can do, Lux?
I'm just gonna hide behind the boxes.
Loki.
Is the guy that's with us? Is he able to move?
He is right now
does he have a turn?
cowering in fear. He has no weapons on him. He's just kind of hiding, pinned up against the wall right now.
All right, so I'm going to stay where I am at the moment, and I'm going to fire an arrow at the last cock. And it's
The last
a
samurai.
22 to hit. And 10 points of damage with poison on the arrow.
I have to roll Constitution.
I guess that would be a Constitution as well because it's Lox's.
All right. How do you want to
poison.
do this?
Wow.
Well, I just shot one arrow, so I'm just go right through the head.
You
and
do
fall-
that, and then he
and fall
falls
back.
on top of the roof, cracking through the roof, and like just basically falls right through the roof, dead. And then you see a young halfling run out in a robe, freaking out like, "Oh my God, somebody just fell through a roof!" As that happens.
His name is Cade.
We are nailing these headshots,
I've
guys.
honestly,
So
you guys
better.
are the last two
Insane.
last episode and this episode.
Crack
You
shot.
guys are like crushing it in terms of combat. I can't land a hit.
Let's not say anything. Let's not jinx it.
Yeah. Also, Thomas.
All right, I guess it's time to
Thomas
get to
runs
the
forward. Let's get the hell out of here. And then he runs forward towards the boat,
Everybody listen to Thomas.
jumping on top.
What's his
Trust
name?
him.
His name.
He seems like a reasonable
his name is-
man,
his
and
name
I
is
don't
Thomas.
and
No
I don't
time to
trust
loot.
easily.
Josh,
There's no
trust him.
time to loot right
All
now.
So everybody makes it onto the boat safely. He's kind of directing you towards a position on the boat, asking somebody to man the sails, somebody to. He's steering behind the wheel.
I'll be below deck.
I'm gonna help him as best I
All right.
can.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, you see a bunch of Air Cochrane, start flying towards you guys. But he sets sail right in time, and he's just kind of just barely. The wind picks up, and he's able to take off fast enough where he can elude them.
Dwarf,
Quick!
get on the boat.
Yeah.
Dwarf,
I'm running.
quick.
Dwarf's on
Run.
the boat. Everybody's on the
Jump on.
the boat. So now where you guys are is you are
That's fine.
sailing down the coastline, and everybody can kind of take a moment to breathe.
Great Belanos, man. These capes did jack shit.
Yeah. What is up with that?
So, what city were we in? Like right in the map, like
So
the one
where you
south.
were was right here.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
you were in.
Oh, the
You were in
Madro.
the Madrove clan area, and it was the Manite area, which is where you were right there. And now you are in a boat, and you are sailing north
Up into Sedan.
towards the Sudan. Yeah.
Oh, good forest. How's this river look that we're on? Is there what's surrounding us?
the-
You're
It's
in
the
the
ocean?
ocean, but you're very close to the coast.
Oh, okay. Bluffs, trees,
So
rocks.
Cliffs,
actually, I have an
beaches.
image. 1 second.
What do we got?
So what you're
deal with
essentially
here?
sailing by is it's a lot of greenery, a lot of woodland area, very tall trees, and you can see some ruins scattered without. But the further you're getting up the coast, you notice that the ruins are slowly changing in terms of architecture. They're a little bit more primal.
Did you say primal? Okay.
What was the
Nate,
architecture like
I
in
was just
The
about
Drove
Drove?
was very, it was very brick and clay, and it was all 1-2 story buildings minus the castle that you guys, the small castle that you guys broke out of. But it was very much a modernized city, but very run down.
What's the captain's name again?
Thomas.
Thomas.
That's right. Thomas, do you have anything on this boat? Something that we can use just in case we're
Anything to
attacked?
Well,
eat?
you guys have your rations. I wasn't planning on, having to set sail today. To be frank,
But you don't keep food on your
we
boat.
weren't supposed to set sail for months. This was quite an emergency.
So why did you take us? Who are you? What are you doing?
where are we headed?
So many questions, please.
Are we being followed?
Roll for perception.
Oh. Oh, that's 18.
So you can see you have really good sight. You can see pretty far out. You don't seem to be following you at the moment, so you're in the clear.
Okay.
And then Thomas kind of looks at you, directly at you, Loki, and he goes, "Listen, most of us, we might say that we preach to Samet and we've converted, but we have an underground resistance between us and the Sudan, a bond that has not been broken since the war. Although
I knew it.
we are driven underground, it is safe in the Sudan areas, and we are bulking up to strike again. But that's all I can say. I'm taking you there, and hopefully that we can find some refuge, and you can possibly join the cause."
Is that what you're a part of? You're a part of the cause.
I am a part.
Why?
Well, I mean, when you have the tyranny that is bestowed upon us as of late, I don't see any reason to not fight. I mean, I'm not much of a fighter, as you can see, but I am a thinker, so I do bring some use to the cause.
How did you know that we escaped? How did you know to find
Didn't.
us?
Derek said that he had some people that might be of interest to us, that might be willing to support us in taking back our land.
And so you quickly believed him?
Well, when the bells were ringing from the castle, and the Arakaka were swarming out looking for some individuals, and Derek said that he had those individuals, and I owed him a favor because he's been housing, the refugees for free for us for many, many years now. Yeah, there's nothing. Of course, I'm going to help.
Well, I appreciate you endangering your life. I hope that we can repay you some point in the future. But as of right now, the places you're taking us to, how many men you say are there to
Not
fight?
many of us yet, but if we can join with the Onoite clan and convince them to work with us, then perhaps we can take back our island.
I mean, the Onites don't really care much about anything else except for their caves and their gold.
I think
I don't see them helping us.
Hopefully that changes, because we can use some help. But as long as I can figure out a way to hopefully speak with one of them. I mean, they haven't come out of their caves in years, but that's the plan right now. But we'll get into that.
Who is leading this movement?
Her name's Sarah.
Who is Sarah?
She actually belonged to a different clan. She worked her way over, but she's one of the brightest amongst us. She's been organizing and been a very strong voice, able to lend herself to the cause and allow us to hide in the shadows, if you will. She's been directing us, and we haven't been caught yet. So
Yeah, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, Tommy boy, but what's in it for us? Why should we stick our neck out? I mean, we were doing just fine. We made our way out of the jail. We surrounded by the Eric Corker. We could have just taken your boat.
you can still take.
So why?
You
What's
can
in
still
it for
take the
us?
boat, but you don't strike me as too much of a thief.
Maybe you should work on your perception skills. There,
The
Tommy.
good thieves will never strike you as a thief.
I mean, they also told me of this one's father. I mean, he's somewhat legendary.
Once. It was once
Right?
legendary.
And if you're anything like him, then maybe, perhaps, you will help.
I think we all have a stake in this, and that Thomas is right. Honestly, these birds have come to our lands, and they have taken over this place hostilely. They subjected us to unspeakable torture and unfair imprisonment,
And they smell.
and they fucking smell, mate. I say we fry them.
In a barbecue?
Most
Thomas kind of
deliciously.
looks over. He's like, "All you've seen are the birds."
Is there not? Is there?
More and more
is-
are landing
is-
different dragonborn, multiple humans, elves, unspeakable creatures I've never seen before are landing daily on our shores in the south. All
Wow. Sounds like the South is right fucked.
it's getting quite bad. If we don't move quickly, then things can get much uglier. We all have our duty. Mine is to bring new recruits to the cause, and then
You're a recruiter.
well,
Isn't this
well,
rich?
you know, with refugees and people that still have a fight in them, that haven't given up. But
How do you typically find new recruits?
well, it's not that hard if you know where to look.
I have one question for you, Lox. Your race is one on the brink of collapse. Am I right?
Yes.
Attested, as I have never heard of you nor seen you before, and yet we met a drunk in a bar who said they could find a multitude of your people on this island. Now, given that you're such a crack shot, mad respect, by the way, do you think we might be able to employ your kind to incite some sort of, agenda? I don't know. I'm just using the best words at my disposal.
Right.
What's your beef with your clan?
So
Oh.
eloquently said.
What is the beef?
-1 intelligence is fine.
I was banished from my clan. My clan are mostly slavers, hunters, thieves. But there's also a class system, and I did not fit in any class. I wasn't the right color, so I was banished, sold into slavery. I ended up here on Ether. The reason that they're here now, I don't know, but I can't guarantee we can trust any of them.
Yeah, that's a fair beef.
Yeah.
I draw a lot of similarities with this this tiny frogman.
Amazing. Purely amazing.
William. I turn to Thomas and I call him William.
He's kind of at the front,
William,
and he's using the steering wheel quite rapidly. The waves are getting choppier and choppier.
Supposing we make it to wherever we're going, are you introducing us to somebody, or are we looking for something? What should
we have a small, it's kind of secluded area that hasn't been ransacked or found yet. There's quite a few of us, but not many, but strong warriors that want to do right.
Is there food?
Yes, there's food. We have
Excellent.
food. It's only, I'd say, about a day's away, and we'll be there.
This is interesting, though. Lox, I know you have no real stake not being a part of the 5 clans. I don't know where this accent is going, but I'm doing my best.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
But we could use your help. I've seen what you can do on the battlefield, and as much as it pains me to say, as a you know,
Australian.
You've got the stuff.
Yes.
Not a lot of people have.
Especially up here.
That is true.
Well, if I could blush, I would.
Well, you are white.
Well, he's like a mud brown.
Can you like a mud brown? Like, do you think that you can actually like change a little bit of color
A lighter
around
brown.
the cheeks?
Maybe. Tell you what, I will stick with you for as long as I can. I mean, if they're coming in through the south, I have ties to the Yugan clan, if that's what they're called.
You got it.
In the south. I've got ties down there. I've got relationships down there. I don't want to see those people harmed either. So if there's anything I can do to help those people by helping you people, then I'll stick around.
Fantastic. And
Well,
you,
if I understand
Elf,
it, then they're already taken over by this cult. We have nothing. I mean, the Ugana's already fallen.
Or joined. I mean, they're not the most, scrupulous of people. So
Honorable.
If
Not
I
so
heard
much.
correctly. The Ahen clan is also.
So something that you know about the Yugon is that there's essentially 2 sectors of the Yugon clan. You have your woodland elves and your regular elves, and then you also have your drow. The drow, much like the Onites, live in caverns and caves as well. And you do know that there is some free. This is just me talking to you. If we were we'd be sidebarring this if we weren't with everybody. You know that
everybody headphones
that
off.
there is some free Yugon clan members, some houses. They operate in houses that are still free for the drow portion.
I'm gonna point at Danananan and say, and you, elf. I don't know where you're from or what you can do, but from what I've seen so far, we could definitely use your help as well.
I don't know why I'm here, but I think I'm gonna stick with you guys. It feels safer in a way, and I guess that you are kinder than,
You got your back.
and I got yours. As long as you have me,
Viva
I will
la
do my
Resistance.
best. Viva la Resistance.
So as you guys continue forward, the sea is rocky. Thomas lets you know that there's not much more work that needs to be done. that you'll be arriving in about 12 hours. Now you're at. It was 8 in the morning when you left.
Oh.
You guys we've now ventured forward probably, I would say, I said 12 hours, we'll say 8 hours that you ventured forward at this point. You have another 16 hours of travel. So now it is about 4 in the afternoon. After fighting, the sea has finally subsided a little bit, the waves aren't as choppy. You're rounding the continent towards the Sudan, and you have about, I would say, right around, what did I say? You have around 16 hours of travel left. Did I say that? Yeah, 16 hours of travel left.
So scurvy is already set in.
You guys might start getting hungry, but yeah, it's essentially it's.
That's a long. It's a long.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm writing in my notebook.
The sun is getting lower, and I think now would be a good time to end tonight's second episode.
No.
Good ending point.
Good stop.
Just luck, you know.
So yeah, 4 p.m.
Sun.
and the sun is
The water.
It's 4 in the afternoon. Your eyes are the size of the
moon.
Moon.
But to all of you watching at home, I really hope you enjoyed our second episode and the escape. And it's been
Cocks on the docks.
It's been quite the. Somebody make a T-shirt of that someday. Cocks on docks, which would be hilarious.
Ooh,
Let's make it.
I'll add it. I'll add it to the
Yeah.
merch
Wait.
list.
Need
Add that
it.
to the merch list. But yeah, no,
Let's make a like a really limited edition.
we can.
Just
I mean, if someday we get there. Right
The
now, we would
6
sell
ones.
probably
for the 6
we'd
of us.
probably
That's
sell
it.
6 T-shirts at this point, but
Yeah.
unless our friend Jordan is still with us.
Cocks
If
on
Jordan is
docks.
still with us, but I hope
It was
I
so
hope
bad.
that I hope that everybody enjoyed it. We had people jumping in and out, so it was a fun time. And anybody have anything that they want to say before we depart here on our stream?
Stay safe.
For watching. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Come back next week. I'm assuming that we're going to be on at 7:30 p.m. Pacific
Yeah, I think that's
time.
going to be. I
Okay.
think we're finding that to be the time is 7:30 PST. We try for 6:30, it never happens, and we were able to make 7:30. So 7:30 PST on Wednesdays. The show is usually going to run between 2 to 4 hours, depending on what we got going on.
Lox has to put his tadpoles to bed.
Tadpoles to bed.
Oh,
But
that's so cute.
just a quick message to everybody at home. I hope everybody stays safe. Respect each other, love each other, be good to each other, and see you next
See you next Wednesday.